Well, tonight we're going to look at a radio that's just come my way. This is the latest Digitech Audio AR-1780. I'll just turn the dial light on, and it's quite a good little radio actually. Certainly smaller than what I considered it to be, and but nonetheless, on initial impression, it seems to be an excellent performer. Here you have a number of things that we can have a look at. You've got your band switching here, FM, long wave, medium wave, short wave, airband. You can turn the light on and off here. You've got AM bandwidth settings here, which is really worthwhile. You can, as you can see, you may see that's at 1.2 kilohertz, bandwidth of 500 hertz, 4 kilohertz and 3 kilohertz. That's, as you can hear, that's a lower sideband signal there. And on AM, you can get I think it's 6, 4, 3, 2.5, 1.2 and 1. Anyway, we'll look at that in a minute. You've also, it toggles between FM mono and FM stereo with that one. Alarm button here, you can set up the alarm on the radio. Here changes the display settings, so between a thermometer, alarm time, local time, and your signal strength. Here, of course, as I mentioned, is your sideband switch. This button here, you toggle between upper and lower sideband, or if you're in FM RDS, it sort of allows the information to scroll across the screen there. These buttons here, your up and down frequency slewing. You have direct frequency input there, and quite easy to do. Put a frequency into the radio, hit frequency, whatever frequency you want, and then hit frequency again, and that's on the shortwave band. Here's your page for your memories. There's about 500 memories, I think, on this radio. And of course your main power on off plus a sleep button there. Let's have a look around on this side of the radio. You've got your rotary tuning control there. Plus if you press the button in, it toggles between locking the tuning, slow tuning, and fast tuning, or if you're in airband, it toggles between squelch on and off, and you can set the squelch settings also on that, which is a very, very good feature. Here you've got fine tuning, which is used to resolve sideband, or if you've got, say, your fast tuning set on this on AM, this will tune at around about 5 kilohertz step, and this will tune, your fine tuning will tune at 1 kilohertz step. Very, very good features on the radio. Oh, and of course, your DC input here, which is 7 volts, fairly unusual, but if you're using NiCad batteries in this, there's obviously the charging circuit requires that extra voltage. They do recommend in the manual that you don't use lithium batteries in this radio, so perhaps there's some issues there with the lithium batteries. As you can see in the back there, so let the camera focus a little bit, if it will focus, that is. It's Digitech Audio AR-1780 World Band AM/FM Air shortwave single sideband DSP receiver, and it gives you the frequency coverage there, which you can see. This actually pulls out for a tilt bail, for the radio, and in here you've got your battery compartment. It uses 4 AA batteries. Let's go around this side. Here you've got a lanyard, carrying lanyard. This antenna input here works on all bands, which is a good feature. And here's your volume control. So most radios of this ilk, of course, you have your volume controls usually on the right hand side, but this is quite handily on the left hand side. I quite like that. And of course there you have your earphone. Large, reasonably good telescopic antenna. Okay, so let's just duck out of sideband for a second. Come up, and let's go to Radio New Zealand. Pardon this, we've just got to have to juggle this a little bit here. Trying to do this through the camera. 7425 kilohertz, and there we go. And there's Radio New Zealand, RZI International. Just turn the volume up just a fraction. And we'll just go through the bandwidth. That's on 2.5 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz. What is that? Sorry, 1.8 kilohertz, 1 kilohertz, and up to, then it toggles through the range of starting at 6 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 3 kilohertz. Very well chosen bandwidth there, but then again it's a DSP receiver. Now this has some similarities to the Texans, but a lot of the DSP receivers don't have sideband capabilities, whereas the manufacturer of this particular radio, where it's come from in China, has got around that and been able to provide single sideband with this DSP chip, and with a very, as viewers will notice, your signal strength is very much like the Texan receivers of the type. Reasonable speaker here and reasonable audio for a reasonably small radio, and I'm very happy with this. It's just stuck to airband. I don't think it might be much on airband at the present moment. No, nothing there. We'll just duck up to FM, and I'll go do just put 97.50, and there's the local ABC Classic FM. As I say, you can toggle there between mono and auto. And auto automatically selects between mono and stereo, depending on the transmission, of course. So that's now we're just stuck into medium wave. And that's 2NZ infrared, which is probably around about 500 or so kilometres from my home QTH. Let's do another frequency there. Now in medium wave, as soon as you enter the frequency, it comes up. There's 2WEB from Burke, which is around about, well, say 500-600 kilometres from the home QTH. So remarkably good performer on medium wave. Let's just have a quick look here. It's probably a bit early, but let's have a go. It is. I was just hoping that perhaps China might have been there on 909, but it'll probably most likely come up later on in the evening then. Alright, so what else have we got? The button here is you can toggle with the beep on and beep off, which is very handy because the beep I always find rather annoying. I think you can toggle there between 9 and 10 kilohertz sort of frequency step on medium wave. Let me have a look here. You can toggle your long wave on and off if you want, and also if you just keep pressing shortwave, it'll actually jump increment by the meter band on shortwave. For example, if we go to shortwave and let it, now if I hit that, you'll see it come up and it'll toggle between, there's the 25 meter band, 22 meter band, 19 meter band, 16 meter band, and etc, etc, etc. So very handy if you want to quickly jump up bands there. And yeah. So initial impressions in this radio are exceptional. I'm quite surprised with it. Build quality seems reasonably good. It's certainly a vast improvement on a lot of earlier Digitech Audio radios, which were fairly basic and mundane in their performance, all except the Digitech Audio AR-1780 which I've featured in the past here. So there we go. I'm sure there's some good listening to be had on this particular radio, and as I mentioned earlier, you can just turn that light off. I think there it goes. So very handy. Some very, very good features on this radio, and as I said, build quality is reasonable, well, quite good actually. Buttons have a good tactile response. Everything seems to work well. The only thing I've noticed is possibly the nomenclature on some of the buttons is a little bit not quite sort of in line, but that's neither here nor there really. That's nothing that'll affect the performance of the radio whatsoever. So there we go. There's a bit of a look tonight at the brand new Digitech Audio AR-1780, and certainly a recommended receiver. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight, and we'll look forward to the next time. Cheers all.